Aisha was born in a crumbling apartment in Makoko, a floating slum in Lagos. Her mother gave birth to her on a thin foam mattress soaked with rainwater. Her father was absent, swallowed by the sea when his fishing boat never returned. They lived in a wooden shack with one cracked window that barely let in light. At night, Aisha listened to her mother cry silently, the sound mixing with the waves beneath their floorboards. At 7, Aisha walked barefoot to school on wooden planks. One morning, a flood swept through Makoko. Her school, a structure made of plastic and bamboo, collapsed into the lagoon. She watched her books float away as her teacher shouted through tears, "There's no school today. Maybe never again." Aisha's mother began selling bread at 4:30 a.m. every day. Aisha carried trays too heavy for her shoulders, calling out prices on busy Lagos roads. She saw other kids go to school while she sold bread in traffic. Sometimes she wished she could trade lives with them, just for one day. Aisha was 14 when her mother coughed blood and collapsed in the middle of slicing bread. The clinic said they needed money before attending to her. By the time neighbors raised funds, her mother had died on a plastic chair in the reception hall. That night, Aisha sat by her mother's lifeless body, still clutching the bread knife. An NGO volunteer heard Aisha sing while she swept the church floor. Her voice was soft and haunting, like rain falling on a tired roof. The woman recorded her and posted it online. By some miracle, the video went viral. At 17, Aisha was offered a scholarship to study music abroad. She had never been on a plane. She cried during takeoff. She felt guilt, as if leaving Makoko was a betrayal of those who couldn't escape. She clutched her mother's scarf the entire flight. Years later, Aisha stood in a grand concert hall in Vienna. The room was filled with tuxedos, chandeliers, and applause. But her voice trembled. She closed her eyes and saw Makoko, her mother, the flooded school, and the cracked window. She sang, not for the audience, but for those who never got the chance. She returned to Makoko with an orchestra and built a floating music school. She named it, "The House Where Rain Couldn't Reach." Children now play violins where silence once lived.